We are Social Blade.
Facebook is going to be integrating a locations tool later next month. Now, for close to a year, Facebook has been working on a location-based tool, so much so that they even integrated it into their privacy policy last November. However, many of the details are still scattered all over the internet and will be until Facebook unveils this tool next month during the F8 Developer Conference. There are still some of the features that we can report on. According to the New York Times and Mashable, the location tool will give the user the ability to share their location if they choose to. As it stands right now, it looks like the tool will have two aspects. One will be a service provided by Facebook that will allow users to share their location with their friends, and another will be a set of software tools on APIs that developers can use to create and offer their own location-based services to Facebook users, which obviously has worked for them in the past with its Facebook Connect. As you may or may not know, Facebook has 400 million users, with 100 million of those users signing in through their mobile phones. 2010 does seem to be the year for location, although Twitter was first on board with geolocation, and since then Foursquare, Gowalla, and Looped have taken off. Facebook has stated that they are not looking to compete with them, rather Google, but instead they're most likely just trying to stay on top of what people are interested in, which is very important on Facebook's behalf. If anything, it will challenge these companies to continue stepping up their game. I think this is going to be interesting to see in the near future, locations being added to Facebook, and it's going to be in our news feeds. So we'll see where they're actually typing from. What do you guys think about this? Facebook rolling in the locations tool.
You know, for me it makes sense. I mean, given how often in the very near past Facebook's done things to basically become more Twitter-like, whether it's the revamping of their newsfeed, the restructuring of their page templates and stuff. I guess everything. I mean, there's a big buzz about geolocation. No matter what, iPhone apps, web-based apps, desktop apps. If the apps are social at all, people are trying to integrate things like geolocational data. And I know it seems kind of gimmicky, and I definitely understand the reason for things such as, Foursquare, and all the other kind of geolocational based, games that people are playing, like Gowalla and stuff. And, but ultimately, I think that, there's a few issues here. One is, if you're on Facebook, do you really want to tell people where you are when you're like updating your Facebook status? I mean, I know that people get off on, oh, I'm here, just got, my mayorship of this bar, and, that's all cool and good, but I think that, there's some fundamental issues that I think come into play when we live in a world where basically everybody knows where everybody is at all times, and there was that whole Rob Me deal in the past few weeks that, definitely had a big impact and made a big splash in social media and maybe turned people off a little bit to the whole geolocational game. But yeah, I just think that it's keeping up with the Joneses. This is Facebook, basically saying, "Oh, you want to buzz about geolocation? You want to build a Facebook app with all the location-based data? Well, here's your opportunity to do it officially through us."
I'm not using Foursquare or any type of location, even on Twitter. I don't use geotagging, but I do find it interesting when I'm on Facebook and I see all the Foursquares coming up. I'm at this diner, or I'm eating, at this restaurant. So, and I find that interesting that they're just quick and easy to do that. And it's going to be interesting that Facebook's going to go on board. And it seems like Facebook is always on top of anything that might shadow them. And so them integrating this is smart on their behalf. But again, the users of Facebook need to, and they will be able to opt in. So if you don't want to, you don't have to, which is a good thing.
Invading the internet, covering Web 2.0, coast to coast, worldwide, and everywhere in between. This is where you put the social in social media. We are Social Blade.